If you've been paying attention to your body lately, you might have noticed something that quietly worries you. Maybe you're more tired than you used to be. Maybe your hands or feet feel puffy when you wake up in the morning. Maybe you find yourself getting up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom, and you've started telling yourself it's just part of getting older. Or maybe at your last checkup, your doctor looked at your blood work, paused for a second, and said your kidney numbers were a little off. If any of that sounds like you, I want you to stay with me because today is not a day for fear. Today is a day for hope. My name is Dr. Jessica Williams, and over the years I've sat across from hundreds of people over 60 who walked into my office convinced their kidneys were a lost cause. They thought once the damage started, the only direction was down. And I understand why they felt that way. Nobody tells you the good news. Nobody tells you that your kidneys, even tired ones, even strained ones, have a remarkable ability to ease their burden and function more comfortably when you simply give them the right support. And some of that support is sitting in your kitchen right now. So here's what we're going to do together. I'm going to share 4 common foods that may genuinely help your body lighten the load on your kidneys. Foods that may help your body manage waste more smoothly, calm the kind of inflammation that quietly wears organs down, and protect those tiny, delicate blood vessels that do the real filtering work inside your kidneys. These aren't exotic, they aren't expensive. You don't have to order them from some website with a fancy label and a bigger price tag. But here's the catch, and I need you to hear this clearly. Most people eat these foods the wrong way, and when they do, they accidentally cancel out the very benefit they're hoping for. We're going to fix that today. We'll start at number 4 and work our way up to number 1, the food I believe gives your kidneys the most meaningful support after 60. And by the time we reach that last one, I think you'll understand why I tell so many of my patients to keep it in their kitchen at all times. Let's begin. Number 4 on our list is something you've probably driven past 1,000 times without a second thought. Blueberries. I know, it almost sounds too small, too simple. They're not flashy. They don't come with a dramatic health claim plastered across the front of the bag. But for your kidneys, that little berry punches far above its weight. Let me explain why, and I want you to picture something. Imagine your kidneys are like a swimming pool filter that's been running every single day for over 60 years without a single day off. That filter has done extraordinary work, but over time, 2 things happen to any filter that runs that long. It gets clogged with debris, and the parts that do the filtering start to wear and corrode. Inside your body, that corrosion has a name. We call it oxidative stress. It's the slow, invisible rusting of your cells, sped up by aging, by high blood sugar, by high blood pressure, and by years of processed food. And it's one of the major reasons kidneys grow weaker as we age. Now, here's where blueberries come in. Blueberries are loaded with antioxidants, particularly a group called anthocyanins, which is what gives them that deep, almost purple-blue color. Antioxidants are like a maintenance crew that goes around your body, neutralizing the molecules that cause that rusting effect. They don't fix everything overnight, no food does, but day after day, a steady supply of these compounds may help slow the wear and tear on your blood vessels, including the microscopic vessels packed inside your kidneys. And there's a second reason I love blueberries for people over 60. They're relatively low in potassium and phosphorus compared to many other fruits. That matters enormously because when kidneys lose some of their strength, they can't always clear those minerals as efficiently as they once did. Potassium and phosphorus start to build up, and when they build up, your body feels it. Your heart rhythm can be affected, your bones can suffer, your kidneys get handed even more work. So a fruit that's naturally sweet, deeply nourishing, and gentle on those minerals is a rare and valuable thing. But here's where so many people slip up, and I want to save you from this mistake. The benefit of blueberries lives in the whole berry, with all its fiber intact. The moment you turn them into a sugary muffin, a syrupy topping, or a bottled blueberry smoothie loaded with added sugar, you've changed everything. You've stripped away the fiber that slows down how fast sugar hits your bloodstream, and you've poured in the very thing that damages those delicate kidney vessels in the first place. High blood sugar over the years is one of the leading causes of kidney decline in this country. So if your blueberries arrive in dessert form, they're no longer helping your kidneys. They're just dressed up like they are. The smart way is the simple way. A small handful of fresh or frozen blueberries, plain. You can scatter them over a little plain yogurt. You can drop a few into a bowl of oatmeal without piling on sugar. You can simply eat them by the spoonful as an afternoon snack instead of reaching for a cookie. Keep the portion reasonable, around half a cup, and let that little berry do its quiet work. So that's number 4. A small, ordinary fruit that may help defend your cells from the slow rust of aging. But the next food on our list works in a completely different way. Instead of protecting from the inside, it helps flush and support from a different angle entirely. And it's something you might be tossing in the trash without realizing what you're throwing away. Number 3 is red bell peppers. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, a pepper? Really? How is a vegetable I put in a stir-fry supposed to help my kidneys? Stay with me, because once you understand what's inside this one, you may start looking at your produce drawer very differently. Here's the first thing that makes red bell peppers special for people watching their kidney health. They are remarkably low in potassium. And that's a big deal, because if your doctor has ever told you to be careful with potassium, you've probably felt frustrated, like every healthy vegetable on earth is suddenly off limits. Red bell peppers give you a way to add real flavor, real color, and real nutrition to your plate without crowding your body with a mineral your kidneys may be struggling to clear. Think of it this way. If your kidneys are like an aging gatekeeper at the front of a busy neighborhood, checking everything that tries to come through, red bell peppers are the kind of guest who walks up, shows their pass, and moves along without causing a backup at the gate. But low potassium is only half the story. Red bell peppers are absolutely packed with vitamin C. In fact, ounce for ounce, they often contain more vitamin C than an orange. And vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant, which means, just like our blueberries, it helps your body fight that slow internal rusting we talked about. On top of that, red bell peppers contain vitamin A and vitamin B6, along with compounds that support healthy circulation. And remember, your kidneys live and die by your circulation. They are nothing more than masses of tiny blood vessels doing the work of filtering. When your blood vessels stay healthier, your kidneys have an easier job. Now let me share something I see all the time in my practice. People over 60 often drift away from fresh vegetables. Cooking for 1 or 2 people feels like too much effort. Chewing feels harder. Vegetables seem to spoil before you finish them. So slowly the plate fills up with bread, processed meat, and packaged foods, and the body loses the steady stream of protective nutrients it once had. Red bell peppers are one of the easiest ways back because they're genuinely easy to use. You can slice them raw and eat them with a little hummus. You can sauté them with a touch of olive oil and garlic. You can chop them into eggs in the morning or scatter them into a soup at night. But here's your warning again, because there's always a way to ruin a good thing. The danger with red bell peppers isn't the pepper, it's what people do to it. The moment you stuff them with salty cheese, drown them in heavy sauces, or pile them onto a greasy, salt-loaded dish, you've added the exact thing that strains kidneys the hardest, and that's sodium. For someone over 60 watching their kidneys and their blood pressure, sodium is the silent troublemaker. So season your peppers with garlic, black pepper, onion, herbs, a squeeze of lemon. Let their natural sweetness shine. Keep the salt low, and you keep the benefit high. So red bell peppers earn their place at number 3 because they give you flavor, color, and protective nutrients while being gentle on the minerals your kidneys are trying to manage. But the next food on our list is one that surprises almost everyone, because most people have been told to drink less of everything, not more. And this one is about what you drink, and how something so simple has been quietly working against your kidneys without you ever suspecting it. Number 2 is water. And before you roll your eyes and tell me you already drink water, please give me a moment, because the truth about water and your kidneys after 60 is far more interesting and far more misunderstood than you might expect. Here's the heart of it. Your kidney's entire job is to filter your blood and carry waste out of your body dissolved in fluid. When you're well hydrated, that waste flows out smoothly, like a river that's running clear and steady. But when you're even mildly dehydrated, that same waste becomes more concentrated. The river slows down, the water turns murky, and everything your kidneys are trying to flush out becomes thicker and harder to move. And here's the part that breaks my heart as a doctor. So many older adults are walking around mildly dehydrated every single day without knowing it. Why does this happen so much after 60? Because as we age, our sense of thirst genuinely fades. Your body stops sending you the strong thirst signal it used to. By the time you actually feel thirsty, you may already be behind. On top of that, many older adults deliberately drink less because they're tired of getting up at night to use the bathroom, or because certain medications affect their fluid balance. So they quietly cut back day after day, never realizing they're forcing their kidneys to work with a thicker, more concentrated load. Proper hydration may help your kidneys flush waste more efficiently. It may help reduce the risk of those painful kidney stones that send so many people to the emergency room. And it may help your body manage the everyday metabolic waste that builds up after meals. Picture trying to rinse a sticky pot with just a few drops of water versus a steady, generous stream. The steady stream does the job with far less struggle. Your kidneys are no different. But now I have to give you the most important warning in this entire video. And this is where people get it badly wrong in both directions. More water is not always better. If you have advanced kidney disease or congestive heart failure, or if your doctor has placed you on a fluid restriction, drinking too much water can be genuinely dangerous. It can overload a system that can no longer keep up. So please, do not hear me say go drink gallons of water. That is not the message. The message is this. For most people focused on protecting their kidneys, gentle, steady, consistent hydration throughout the day is the goal, and you should always confirm the right amount for your specific body with your own doctor. And let me be just as clear about what does not count. Sodas, sweetened iced teas, sugary fruit drinks, and energy drinks do not support your kidneys. They work against them because the sugar and additives create exactly the kind of strain we're trying to avoid. Even too much caffeine can work against your hydration goals. Plain water is the quiet hero here. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon, a few of those blueberries we talked about, or a sprig of mint. Keep a glass within reach and sip steadily, rather than gulping a huge amount all at once. So water claims the number 2 spot because, when used wisely and in the right amount for your body, it may be one of the most fundamental ways to help your kidneys do their job with less struggle. But now we've arrived at number 1. And this last food might just be the most overlooked of them all, because it's something many people over 60 were actually told to avoid for years. But used correctly, it may be one of the most protective foods you can put on your plate. Number 1 on our list is fatty fish. I'm talking about salmon, sardines, mackerel, and similar fish rich in something called omega-3 fatty acids. And I put this at the top of our list for a reason, because what omega-3s may do for your kidneys touches the very root of what causes kidney damage in the first place. Let me take you back to one word we keep circling around in this video: inflammation. I want you to imagine inflammation like a small, smoldering fire hidden inside the walls of an old house. You don't see flames, you don't hear an alarm, but quietly, year after year, that fire weakens the beams, frays the wiring, and damages the structure from the inside. Inside your body, that smoldering inflammation does the same thing to your blood vessels and your organs, including your kidneys. It's one of the deepest, most stubborn drivers of kidney decline, and it rarely announces itself until real damage is done. Now, here's why fatty fish matters so much. The omega-3 fatty acids in fish like salmon and sardines have natural anti-inflammatory properties. They may help calm that internal fire. They may help support healthier blood vessels, which directly protects those tiny filtering vessels inside your kidneys. They may help your body manage blood pressure and triglycerides, and both of those are major factors in how hard your kidneys have to work. And because the heart and kidneys are so deeply connected, anything that supports your heart and your circulation tends to take pressure off your kidneys as well. When your heart pumps smoothly and your vessels stay flexible, your kidneys aren't fighting against high pressure all day long. There's another reason I love fatty fish for my patients over 60. Protein. As we age, we naturally lose muscle, and that loss makes us weaker, more prone to falls, and slower to recover from illness. You need quality protein to hold on to your strength. But not all protein is equal. A daily diet heavy in red meat, bacon, sausage, and processed deli meats hands your kidneys a heavy, salty, demanding load to process. Fish gives you that valuable protein in a form that often comes with anti-inflammatory benefits instead of inflammatory ones. It's a smarter way to meet a need your body genuinely has. But you knew a warning was coming, and this one is important. The way you prepare your fish decides whether it helps you or harms you. The moment you batter it, deep fry it, smother it in salty sauce, or reach for the heavily salted, smoked, or canned in brine versions, you've buried the benefit under a mountain of sodium and unhealthy fat. Heavily processed and salted fish can do more harm than good for someone watching their kidneys. The better way is simple. Bake it, broil it, steam it, or gently pan-sear it with a little olive oil. Flavor it with lemon, garlic, dill, black pepper, and fresh herbs. If you buy canned fish, choose the kind packed in water with no added salt and rinse it. A serving doesn't need to be enormous. A modest piece, 2 or 3 times a week, can be plenty. And here is my honest, doctor-to-patient caution, the same one I give for every food on this list. If you have advanced kidney disease, your doctor or a renal dietitian may need you to carefully manage your protein, your phosphorus, and your potassium. Fish contains protein and phosphorus, and what is perfect for one person may need to be limited for another. So before you make a big change, especially if your numbers are already a concern, talk to your own doctor. This is about working with your body, not against it. So fatty fish takes the #1 spot because it may strike at the very root of kidney damage, calming inflammation, supporting your blood vessels, easing the burden on your heart, and giving you clean, valuable protein all at once when it's prepared with care. Let's take a breath together and bring this home. Today we walk through 4 ordinary foods that may help make life a little easier on your kidneys after 60. At number 4, blueberries, a small berry rich in antioxidants that may help defend your cells against the slow rust of aging. At number 3, red bell peppers, low in potassium and bursting with vitamin C, an easy way to add protective nutrition without straining your kidneys. At number 2, water, the simplest of all, which used wisely and in the right amount for your body may help your kidneys flush waste with far less struggle. And at number 1, fatty fish, rich in omega-3s that may calm the deep inflammation sitting at the root of so much kidney damage. But I need you to hear the most important truth of all, the one no headline ever tells you. No single food is going to repair your kidneys overnight. That's not how the body works, and anyone who promises you a miracle is selling you something. Your kidneys are protected the same way they were slowly strained, by small choices repeated again and again, day after day. A glass of water instead of a soda, a handful of blueberries instead of a cookie, a piece of baked salmon instead of fried, salty meat, a meal seasoned with herbs instead of buried in salt. None of these moments feel dramatic on their own, but strung together over weeks and months, your body notices. It truly does. Getting older does not mean you're powerless. I have seen it with my own eyes, in my own patients. The body, even a tired body, even a strained one, has a remarkable capacity to steady itself and feel lighter when you start treating it with a little more kindness. You don't have to overhaul your entire life by tomorrow morning. You don't need expensive powders, trendy cleanses, or a refrigerator full of things you'll never actually eat. You just need to make your next meal a little kinder than your last one. And please, I mean this sincerely, if you have kidney disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, rising creatinine, a lower eGFR, or if your potassium or phosphorus needs to be watched, talk with your own doctor or a renal dietitian before you change your diet. Everybody is different. A food that's a gift for one person may need to be limited for another. Nothing I've shared today is meant to replace the care of your own physician. It's meant to help you understand your body a little better, ask sharper questions, and care for yourself with gentler, wiser choices. So here's what I'd ask of you. Pick just one of these 4 to start with this week. Just one. Maybe it's keeping a glass of water by your chair. Maybe it's swapping one fried meal for a baked piece of fish. Start small and let it become a habit before you add the next. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end. It tells me you care about the body that has carried you faithfully through all these years, and that body deserves your kindness. Take a slow, deep breath right now, and remember, the next good choice for your kidneys is always just one meal away. Take care of yourself, my friend.